And you mentioned 40 years of Zen. I mean, that's something you've been doing for a long time where, I mean, literally you're taking 40 years trying to push it down into 5 days with your technology and a coach and a trainer and scanning the brain. I mean, you were talking about that here again 10 years ago.
And I have
So
7 patents in the neuroscience field for that company right now. And we're continuing to evolve. Instead of trying to fix a broken brain, we have a database of 1,500 super high performers, people who've built giant things. And we can compare my brain or your brain to a group of very high performance people. It's a very different model than comparing you to a bunch of brain scans, mostly of people whose brains are injured or who are weird. So the standardized tests that they have, not that's not the bar that I hold myself up against. So I've had profound changes in my life, even my ability to write all these books and my ability to do the things I do, because when you do the practice, I call it the reset mode, or the reset in the new book. This is a practice of turning off notifications in the brain. So we all know by now, if you allow your phone to just notify you if every app is just popping off all the time, you can't even use your phone. So you turn off notifications. If your brain is popping up notifications about reality, basically your meat operating system, that might be a threat, that might be a threat, that triggers me, that makes me angry, I'm worried about that, I just can't stand that. All of those are big distractions. So what if you could turn those off? And that's what spiritual practice is. And the fastest thing I've found is the reset process, which is why I'm giving it away for free in the book. I do it with electrodes at 40 Years of Zen, but it's at the core of the stuff that I teach. And there's another word for this reset mode. It's a combination of gratitude, forgiveness, and kindness. But it turns out you can measure those with electrical flow in the body. They're mystical, but they're also provable. And when you can learn how to do that on purpose, you can change everything in your life.
Dave, you live in America now, where most people are walking around with a mobile phone that's buzzing all the time. From what it looks like over here, it's a very divided place, and social media is ramped up, the information wars, etc. How do people even begin to practice some of those words you just said? Gratitude, kindness, compassion. Is it harder these days than it used to be, or is it just a matter of focus?
I think it's always been hard. The reason that we hold a grudge, the reason that we get triggered or anxious, the anxiety may come from a body that's just lacking copper or zinc or something. So physical deficiencies can create anxiety and dullness. But assuming that's not what's going on, holding a grudge is something that we've known about for thousands of years. There are fables about this, about how holding anger towards someone or something actually eats you up inside. As a biohacker, I want every electron my cells make to go towards the things that matter to me. And if my meat operating system is stealing electrons and making me think bad things about people because maybe they wronged me, maybe they just looked dumb or whatever, maybe they were a politician. Well, if I allow that to happen without my conscious control, it is stealing energy from my life. So the process of resetting that I write up in Smarter, Not Harder, it includes a step of forgiveness, but forgiveness isn't what people think it is. Forgiveness is about not holding a grudge towards someone because they don't even know you're holding a grudge. Only you know. So how would you forgive that way? Well, that's about going into, there's a certain state you can go into where you see things from the other person's point of view. Nothing that person did, do you say it's okay? You don't condone it. Nothing that person did is something you ever have to talk to them about again. All it is going in and finding a switch inside your brain and flipping the switch. And when you flip that switch, magically, that person can't trigger you anymore. No energy flows towards them. And I will tell you, I was a pretty angry young man. Early in my career, I was like, I'll prove it to you. And I've taken a lot of hits for just standing firm by the things I say. And many of the things I started talking about have become way more mainstream since I did it. But for me to stick to my guns with all the stuff that happened, like the stuff with Joe Rogan and all, I had to do a lot of work on forgiveness and on gratitude. And the secret that I think is most important for listeners right now, if you really want to let something go, the first thing you have to do is find something you're grateful for. So you can say, what do you mean? Like, I just got mugged. Okay, well, what are you grateful for? And you find that the tiniest spark of gratitude can light like the fire of forgiveness. And forgiveness isn't like, it's okay that they did it. It's not okay. But your body can understand that it's no longer under threat of that. And when you turn off that automatic threat thing, you get more energy. And then you don't yell at your kids. You don't yell at your boss, and you're less stressed in traffic, and everything in life gets easier. I can say this with great certainty. I've spent 6 months of my life developing 40 years in with electrodes glued to my head, measuring my brain waves when I worked on how to do forgiveness properly and how to enter this reset mode where you pair this forgiveness with another state. And all of a sudden, the biggest betrayals, the biggest traumas, the things that just are just, you think of it and you tense up, it all just goes away. And then you're just present, and the mean voice in your head just shuts up. And then what's left is something different.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's of course been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.